especially on account of the influence of the American gospel. Pa Elton said this. He said, I'm worried about the prosperity gospel and the focus on wealth and materialism and personal popularity. I'm worried that it would hamper the spread of the true gospel in Nigeria. He observed in 1983, he said, for years now, I have been disgusted with the level at which evangelism has become a commercial project. God is not in the promotion business. And Pa Elton is speaking of many in the Pentecostal church who God had used mightily to transform life. He was speaking about many. He said, look, I have seen many because I brought them up myself. He says, some of these men are becoming involved in the things of the world, the things of the flesh, over-ambitious for money and position and property and cars and houses. What has gone wrong? That was in 1983. If Pa Elton were to see today and the manipulation of the gospel to raise money and build empires, I wonder what he would say. What shall we do then? What shall we do? The stewardship of influence is an immense responsibility, one that requires unwavering commitment to the true gospel of Jesus Christ. It's not a call to power, material wealth, or self-glorification, but to servanthood and sacrifice, and the relentless pursuit of the will of God.
That shade of the gospel came in very slippery. I didn't even know when it came in. It was a gospel that started by saying, men of God should not be poor because God is not poor. Like that. It came from America. And it started making sense. It started making sense. And then we started seeing some men of God raising money and living better. So we also wanted to live better. So we bought their ideology and we improved on it. And it worked for a period for me. I was all over the world. They were inviting me everywhere. I was the darling of all of them. And nobody attacked me when I was preaching that.
Because they were making the money.
The moment I shifted, and why did I shift? I got to where I was feeling empty. I got to where I was feeling empty. I would raise the money, collect all the things, drive with convoy, entourage, policemen, mobile, pull everywhere, all over. But I wasn't happy.
A man of God,
yes,
feeling empty.
Yes, I began to ask myself, is this all that there is to God? Give, take, give, take. I told my wife it doesn't make sense anymore. It's either my ministry has finished or I'm done with. So we left church. We left our church. We traveled. I took 1 month away from church just to pray and ask God, what's this? I'm no more happy. I don't want to do it again. And it was in the midst of this research and prayer that I came by Andrew Womack. Andrew Womack is a preacher in America. I don't like his style because he speaks very gently. I'm wild.
Yes.
So I didn't like his style. So I came by all his books. I bought all of them. And as I was reading the first book, first 8 pages, I knew what was wrong with what I was doing. And because I had done theology, I understand Christology. So now everything started falling in place.
That's making sense.
So I came back to our church. I went to the pulpit. I said, church, I am apologizing sincerely. All the things I told you about tithe, seed, all that is not true. Please forgive me.
Wow.
If you allow me, I will make the record straight. But if you feel you can't trust me anymore, you want to leave, I understand. But those who can stay, I will make the record straight. Half of our church left. Half stayed. Then I started teaching. I started correcting things. I opened the Bible and we went from chapter to chapter explaining those concepts. More people left. Some stayed. And I told my wife in the beginning, even if we lose everybody, it's better we lose everybody to do the right thing than keep doing the wrong thing with everybody. And then we began. We began to teach. We began to teach. We began to teach. And then more people began to love what they were hearing me teach. And a lot of people started coming back to our church. They started coming back and we're growing and growing now. We're all over the world preaching this same gospel. And today I am the happiest for it.
Wow.
I'm so at peace with God. I'm not playing anybody. I don't have to calculate how to collect your money. I don't have to lie to you. I don't have to deceive you for anything. I teach you the Bible the way it is. And if you are led to sow and support our ministry, we take it. If you are not, we're okay. We're contented. I have things I do that get me money. And I'm just happy to serve Jesus. Even when I was raising the money, it was still for ministry. Because we were on television, we were on radio. Because that gospel makes you a showman.
Yes.
You
And you were on Benny Hinn's.
I even preached for Benny Hinn in Orange County, California. I mean, I was everywhere. I was all over the world.
Did you preach for T.G. Jakes?
No, I did. I was to preach for Jakes when I went to Hinn. I was to preach for him and some things. I don't want to talk about it, but that's what it is.